Have you ever felt like the hardest person to control is yourself? You make sincere promises that tomorrow will be different. You decide to wake up earlier, speak more kindly, stop overthinking, meditate regularly, or finally let go of the habits that keep holding you back. Yet somehow, as the day unfolds, the same thoughts return, the same emotions take over, and the same patterns quietly repeat themselves. If this has ever happened to you, please know that you are not alone. Millions of people struggle with this invisible battle every single day. We spend years trying to change our circumstances, our relationships, our careers, and even the people around us, believing that external success will finally bring inner peace. But what if the real struggle has never been outside at all? What if the greatest challenge of life is learning to master the restless mind that constantly pulls us away from our highest self? Paramahansa Yogananda taught that true freedom begins not when we conquer the world, but when we learn to govern our own thoughts, emotions, and desires with calm awareness. In this video, we will uncover the forgotten science of self-mastery, a timeless spiritual path that can help you transform inner conflict into lasting peace, quiet strength, and deep, unshakable joy. Stay with me until the very end, because one simple realization could change the way you see yourself forever. Most people believe that the reason for their unhappiness lies somewhere outside themselves. They think that if only their circumstances improved, their relationships became easier, or their financial situation changed, they would finally experience peace. While these challenges are real, they often hide a much deeper truth. The greatest obstacle is not the world around us, but the world within us. Imagine carrying a glass filled to the very top with muddy water. Every small movement causes it to spill. In the same way, when someone criticizes us, we become angry. When we are ignored, we feel hurt. When another person succeeds, we may quietly compare ourselves and feel inadequate. It seems as though other people are creating our suffering, but in reality, life is simply revealing what already exists inside our own mind. The outside world does not create our inner state, it reflects it. This is why two people can face the very same situation, yet respond in completely different ways. One remains calm and compassionate, while the other becomes anxious or overwhelmed. The difference is not found in the event itself but in the level of self-mastery each person has developed. Paramahansa Yogananda reminded seekers that lasting peace can never be found by changing the world alone. It begins the moment we turn inward with honesty and courage, recognizing that the true battlefield is within our own consciousness. Only when we learn to master our inner world does the outer world gradually lose its power to disturb us. If the true battle is within, then the next question naturally arises: why does the mind so often seem to work against us? Why do we continue repeating thoughts and behaviors that we know bring us pain? The answer lies in understanding the nature of the mind itself. Paramahansa Yogananda taught that the mind is a wonderful servant but a poor master. When it is guided by the wisdom of the soul, it becomes a powerful instrument for love, creativity, and peace. But when it is left to wander without awareness, it becomes restless, fearful, and easily influenced by every passing emotion. From childhood, we gradually collect beliefs, fears, desires, and habits through our experiences. Many of these patterns were never consciously chosen, yet they quietly shape the way we think, react, and make decisions every day. Over time, repeated thoughts become habits, habits become character, and character begins to shape our destiny. Spiritually, this happens because we forget our true identity. Instead of seeing ourselves as peaceful souls, we begin identifying with the constantly changing mind and the restless ego. Yet beneath all the noise, your true self remains untouched, calm, and filled with divine light. Like the sun hidden behind thick clouds, it has never disappeared. Through meditation, self-awareness, and quiet reflection, we do not create that inner light, we simply remove the clouds that have been hiding it, allowing our natural peace and wisdom to shine once again. Many people hear the word karma and immediately think of punishment, as though life is keeping a record of every mistake we have ever made. But Paramahansa Yogananda offered a much deeper understanding. Karma is not about revenge, it is about learning. It is the quiet law of cause and effect that gently guides the soul toward greater wisdom and freedom. Every thought we repeatedly think, every emotion we repeatedly feel, and every action we repeatedly perform leaves a subtle impression within our consciousness. Over time, these impressions become powerful inner patterns that influence how we respond to life. Have you ever wondered why one person remains calm during difficulties while another becomes overwhelmed by the smallest challenge? Why does one person naturally trust, while another constantly fears betrayal? These differences are often shaped by the inner habits we have developed through countless experiences. Life lovingly brings us similar lessons again and again, not to make us suffer, but to help us awaken. The difficult relationship, the recurring disappointment, or the same emotional struggle may keep returning until we respond with greater awareness instead of old reactions. The beautiful truth is that destiny is not fixed. Every moment of conscious choice weakens old patterns and creates new possibilities. Each act of forgiveness softens the heart. Each moment of patience strengthens the soul. Every step taken in awareness becomes a step toward freedom, proving that while the past may shape us, it never has the final word over who we can become. How can you know if life is inviting you to develop self-mastery? The signs are often much quieter than we expect, appearing in the ordinary moments of everyday life. Perhaps a single critical comment stays in your mind for days, even though it was spoken only once. Maybe you find yourself constantly comparing your journey with the success of others, wondering why your own life seems to move more slowly. Perhaps you promise yourself that you will remain calm, yet a small disagreement with a loved one quickly turns into anger or regret. Or maybe your happiness rises and falls depending on how other people treat you, making your peace feel fragile and uncertain. Think of a person trying to break a harmful habit. Every morning they sincerely say, "Today will be different." But by evening, they have slipped back into the same pattern. This does not mean they are weak, it simply means that the unconscious habit has become stronger than their conscious intention. The same is true for emotional habits. Worry, fear, resentment, and self-doubt can become so familiar that they begin to feel normal. Yet they are not your true nature. Self-mastery does not mean suppressing your emotions or pretending that difficulties do not exist. It means learning to observe your thoughts and feelings without allowing them to control your actions. Like an experienced sailor who cannot change the direction of the wind but can wisely adjust the sails, a spiritually awakened person learns to navigate life's challenges with calmness, wisdom, and inner balance. The beautiful truth is that self-mastery is not a gift given only to a few enlightened souls. It is a path that every person can walk, no matter how many mistakes they have made or how many times they have fallen. Healing begins with a single step: awareness. Before you can change your thoughts, you must first learn to notice them without judgment. Instead of fighting every emotion, become a quiet observer of your inner world. When anger arises, pause for a moment and gently ask yourself, who is aware of this anger? When fear appears, ask, is this fear my true nature, or is it simply a passing cloud? These simple questions create space between you and your emotions, allowing wisdom to replace automatic reactions. Paramahansa Yogananda encouraged seekers to spend time each day in silence and meditation, for it is in stillness that the soul remembers its true strength. Even 10 minutes of quiet breathing and sincere prayer can begin transforming the mind from within. At the same time, strengthen your will by keeping small promises to yourself. Wake up a little earlier, speak with greater kindness, or choose gratitude instead of complaint. Every small victory builds inner confidence and weakens old habits. Most importantly, be patient with yourself. Spiritual growth is not about becoming perfect overnight. It is about returning to your highest self again and again with love, courage, and faith, knowing that every sincere effort brings you one step closer to lasting peace and true freedom. As we come to the end of this journey, let us remember one of the greatest truths that Paramahansa Yogananda shared with the world. The purpose of life is not merely to achieve success in the outer world, but to awaken the divine power that already lives within us. One day, every possession, every title, every accomplishment, and even the opinions of others will fade away. But the peace you have cultivated, the love you have shared, and the wisdom you have gained will remain with your soul forever. This is the only treasure that time can never take from you. Imagine standing beside a perfectly still lake at Sunrise. Because the water is calm, it reflects the beauty of the sky with complete clarity. But when the water is disturbed, the reflection becomes broken and unclear. Your mind is just like that lake. When it is restless with fear, anger, or endless desire, it cannot reflect the light of your true self. But when it becomes quiet through meditation, self-discipline, and loving awareness, the divine presence within you shines naturally. The greatest miracle is not gaining control over other people or changing every circumstance in your life. The greatest miracle is discovering that real peace has never been outside of you. It has always been waiting patiently within your own heart. The moment you begin mastering your mind instead of being mastered by it, you awaken to the freedom, joy, and unconditional love that have always been your true nature. As we come to the end of this journey together, I invite you not to rush away just yet. Take one slow, deep breath, close your eyes for a moment if you can, and simply observe the quiet space within you. Remember, self-mastery is not about becoming perfect or never making mistakes. It is about returning to your highest self, one thought, one choice, and one peaceful moment at a time. Every day is a new opportunity to strengthen your mind, open your heart, and move a little closer to the divine peace that already lives within you. If today's message touched your heart or gave you a new way of looking at your life, I would be truly grateful if you gently support this channel by subscribing and sharing this video with someone who may be searching for the same inner wisdom. I would also love to hear from you in the comments below. Tell me, what does self-mastery mean to you, and which part of today's message spoke to your heart the most? Your words may inspire and encourage someone else on their spiritual journey. And before you leave, let me know what spiritual topic or teaching of Paramahansa Yogananda you would like to explore in the next video. Your suggestions help shape this community and future conversations. Until we meet again, may your mind remain calm, your heart remain fearless, and your soul continue to walk the path of truth, wisdom, and inner freedom.